She used to reply fast. Now she doesn't, and the change felt immediate, almost confusing, like something shifted without warning. But it didn't happen randomly, and it didn't start with her. It started with you in ways that were subtle, almost invisible in the moment. At the beginning, everything had a certain rhythm. You replied, but not instantly. You showed interest, but not completely. There was space. Inside that space, her curiosity grew. She wondered what you were doing, what you were thinking. That uncertainty created a valuable tension. Then slowly, your behavior changed. You started replying faster. You filled every gap because silence started to feel uncomfortable. Because the moment you remove uncertainty, you also remove the need for the other person to invest. She didn't consciously decide to lose interest. The dynamic changed, the pattern changed, and once the pattern changes, the emotional response follows automatically. When she knows you'll reply instantly, she doesn't feel the need to check her phone. When your attention is guaranteed, her motivation drops. They think attraction is about doing more or proving more. But attraction actually lives in the space between actions. It lives in what isn't said yet, in the small moments of uncertainty that make someone lean in instead of leaning back. When you over-explain or over-reply, you're removing the very tension that created value. It becomes predictable. And predictability doesn't feel exciting. Now here's where most people make it worse. They notice the shift and they react. They start double texting and asking if everything is okay. But that only pushes things further in the wrong direction. You confirm that the dynamic has shifted and that you are affected. What actually works is restoring the original dynamic. You go back to responding with intention instead of urgency. You allow space again. Most importantly, you stop trying to control the outcome. When you step back slightly, something interesting happens. The same uncertainty starts to come back. She begins to wonder again. She notices the difference, and that creates movement. Attraction is built on the balance between presence and absence. Too much presence and you become predictable. Right in the middle is where interest lives. The real skill is knowing when to give and when to hold back. Knowing when to respond and when to let the moment sit. Because sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is nothing. Not out of fear, but because you understand that not every moment needs a reaction. When you operate from that place, the pressure disappears. The need to prove disappears. Everything becomes much more natural. That's when the dynamic resets. The person who started pulling away begins to lean back in because you stopped removing the tension. So, if the replies are slower right now, don't panic. Don't overcorrect. Just look at the pattern. It didn't break randomly. Once you see what changed, you'll start noticing it everywhere.